Gambia, and selected fish stocks shared with Senegal are being managed more sustainably. We see significant participation of fisher folks in decision-making, and improved economic benefits are flowing to men and women through improved processing of seafood products and access to local markets.
The American ambassador to the Gambia, Pamela Ann White, emphasized the need for sustainability in the course of the implementation of the project.
If you keep those fish swimming and you keep those women and those men fishing responsibly, and you put some money in the pockets of the women, not only will the fish be sustained, but education will be sustained, health will be sustained, villages will be healthier, and people will live longer. That's what we're after here in sustainability in Africa.
The support of the USAID Barnafa project represents a significant contribution to meeting the national fisheries policy objectives of the increased employment generation and improved nutritional standards for Gambians. The sector also serves as significant revenue and foreign exchange earner for the country through increased export of fish and fishery products. For Grts News, I am Fatou Kamarakebe.
Senegalese Ndaga star Assane Ndiaye arrived in the Gambia on Tuesday ahead of a string of performances spread across the weekend. The fundraisers are to be staged by the Staff Association of the National Water and Electricity Company, NAWEC. Organizers say proceeds will be plowed into ventures seeking to complement President Jammeh's drive to take potable water and electricity to villages and towns that are not yet connected. We hope to bring you more on that in tomorrow's news bulletin. Well, that takes us to our first break. We'll be back with news from outside the Gambia. Welcome back. Kenya's former higher education minister, William Ruto, is denying allegations he played a part in the post-election violence that engulfed Kenya in 2007 and 2008. Ruto, who intends to contest Kenya's next presidential election, was reacting to the confirmation of charges of crimes against humanity brought against him and 3 other influential Kenyans by the International Criminal Court. Some Kenyans have welcomed the ICC decision, but others believe it is a political ploy to exclude William Ruto and Uhuru Kenyatta from the presidential race. Details in this report.
Former higher education William Ruto is one of the first to have reacted to the International Criminal Court charges in relation to post-electoral violence.
These allegations against me have been, are, and will forever be strange to me.
For this former ally of Prime Minister Raila Odinga, who's currently running for the 2013 presidentials, it's a political trial. Many of the 2007 post-electoral violence victims live in Eldoret North, Ruto's stronghold. Here, the ICC's announcement, which involved the opposition, comes as a relief.
I will turn to the decisions of the chain Turbo Town.
I've waited for this for a very long time because I was terribly hurt by what happened. I need justice. If there'd been no case, my rights would have been trampled on.
The International Criminal Court has also charged Vice President Uhuru Kenyatta, another candidate in next year's presidentials. His supporters say he's innocent.
Let us all be very strong. Let us all persevere with all the problems, because we know he is not guilty. And I know God shall do all what he can to bring the reality to be seen.
The Kenyan suspects have until the 28th of January to appeal. In the meantime, the ICC's decision looks set to change Kenya's political landscape only months ahead of the presidential elections.
A court in Canada has ordered the deportation of a Rwandan genocide suspect. Leon Mukisera has been living in Quebec for 15 years and has fought numerous battles to avoid expulsion. Authorities in Rwanda have hailed the ruling and promised Mukisera will receive a fair trial. The exiled Rwandan is accused of dangerous hate speeches that led to the mass murder of Tutsis Let's look at this report for more on that.
The Rwandan Leon Mugesera has lived in Quebec since 1993. For a number of years thanks to several legal factors. But on Monday, the Canadian justice system rejected his lawyer's final application to prevent his expulsion from the country.
The Superior Court has no jurisdiction to entertain this litigation. So there is no more litigation before the Superior Court.
The purpose of removing someone from a country is that he faces justice in his own country. So that says it all.
The Rwandan government hailed the decision to expel Leon Mugesera. Rwandan's justice system has been wanting to try him for inciting hate by Hutus against the Tutsis in a fiery speech back in 1992. This came 2 years before the start of the Rwandan genocide that began in 1994.
He will be judged in a transparent manner. We will prove to the world that our justice system is fair. If he wants, he can plead guilty, and that way he will receive a lighter sentence. Many other people who took part in the Rwandan genocide have done this.
For the general prosecutor in Rwanda, the return of Leon Mugesera puts an end to 16 years of abuse of the system. He's made a point of reassuring people that the trial in Rwanda will be fair and transparent.
Well, we now shift our attention to the weather report by the Central Forecast Office.
Is endowed with a wonderful landscape full of baobab trees. Like its Cape Point in Bakau, it is one of the most exotic sceneries in the world. The baobab tree is a symbol of resilience, wisdom, and resourcefulness. For the baobab tree provides good food in times of hunger, rents its bark for medications, and its sap for glue. In the Gambia, there is a company like the baobab tree, 100% African and purely Gambian in all aspects, in know-how, design, value, capital, and management. That company is Elton. Elton, employing hundreds of Gambians and proudly associating itself with development in the Gambia. Elton, side by side with the Gambia.
Good evening, and this is the weather segment. We begin with a summary of today's weather, followed by the forecast. Conditions over the Gambia were mainly warm and sunny. For what will follow, let's start with a look at the satellite image captured at 1600 hours, indicating clear skies and stable conditions over most parts of Africa. Dry convections were observed over the offshore areas of the Gulf of Guinea states, as well as the southeastern part of the continent. For our forecast, tonight conditions will be cool and dry. It will be windy over some parts of the country. Day tomorrow will be mainly warm and sunny. Winds will continue to be northeasterly in orientation and generally light to moderate in speed. Morning temperature values are expected to be 20 degrees Celsius over Banjul, Yudum, Sibanor. We also expecting 19 degrees Celsius over Kerawan and Genoy. Skol will record 18 degrees Celsius. Sapo, Yanjambure, Basen, Fototo will all be 19 degrees Celsius tomorrow morning. Top temperatures are expected to be 33 degrees Celsius over Banjul, Yundum, Sibanor, and Genoy. Kerawan will be 32 degrees Celsius. We are expecting 33 degrees Celsius over Kaur, Sapo, and Genjambure will be 34 degrees Celsius, whilst Basen Fototo will be the warmest with 35 degrees Celsius tomorrow afternoon. Low tides are expected to be 0.18 meters at 4 minutes past 5 in the morning and 0.19 meters at 6 minutes past 5 in the evening. High tides will be 1.62 meters at 11:31 in the morning and 1.87 meters at 14 minutes to midnight. Wave heights will vary between 1 to 2 meters and will be mainly northeasterly swells. The sun will rise at 26 minutes to 8 o'clock and will set at a minute past 1900 hours. With that, let's have a quick check at the international forecast, and it's a very good night to our viewers.